Doraemon used the temperature control camera to take a photo of Nobita. He then placed the photo inside a thick blanket. Nobita, who had been shivering from the cold, immediately felt warm, as long as the photo stayed in the blanket. No matter where Nobita went, the temperature he felt matched that of the photo. Overjoyed, Nobita ran outside to show off. Meanwhile, his friends were being forced by John to train in the freezing wind. Nobita waved his hand as he approached. John's eyes lit up. He praised Nobita, saying it was impressive that he came out wearing only shorts and a t-shirt. Nobita shrugged off the cold, then took off his shirt, confidently declaring that being bare-chested was no problem. He teased John, asking if he was wearing so many layers because he was afraid of the cold. As expected, John took the bait. Under John's coercion, all the kids took off their shirts. Before long, it started snowing. A gust of cold wind blew through. Half of the kids were frozen solid. John couldn't take it anymore and announced the end of the training. The others immediately ran home. Nobita stood there smugly, mocking everyone for having no perseverance. But when he turned around, he ran into Shizuka. Meanwhile, Nobita's mom walked into the room and saw the blanket on the floor. She shook it outside to dust it off. The photo inside the blanket got blown away by a gust of wind. Nobita immediately felt the cold. Sensing something was wrong, he rushed back home to check. When he got back, he realized Doraemon wasn't at home. Even the blanket and the photo were gone. He was freezing and kept piling on clothes. But no matter how many layers he wore, he couldn't get warm. Desperate, he wrapped himself in a thick comforter, but it still did nothing. Suddenly, he noticed Doraemon's spare pocket. Hoping to find something to keep warm, he pulled out an anywhere door. Nobita didn't think twice and ran straight to Shizuka's bathroom. He guessed she was taking a bath, so he jumped directly into the bathtub. When Doraemon returned, he was stunned. Has your relationship really progressed to this point? He thought. Doraemon was shocked to learn that Nobita's photo was missing. He immediately went out with Nobita to search for it. Meanwhile, a small dog had picked up Nobita's photo and ran to Sunio's house. Sunio's cat saw it and freaked out. The cat and dog immediately started fighting. Sunio and his mom were left completely dumbfounded. During the chaotic fight, Nobita's photo flew off and landed on top of a roasted chicken. Nobita instantly felt warmth. As the photo heated up, he started feeling uncomfortably hot. Soon, he stripped down completely. And, unfortunately, Shizuka saw him, wearing clothes in the bath but completely naked outside. What's wrong with you? She scolded. Sunio, trying to make the roasted chicken cook evenly, kept rotating it. Doraemon smelled the chicken from Nobita's location and followed the aroma all the way to Sunio's house. Sure enough, Nobita's photo was stuck to the roasted chicken. The photo had even started to smoke. Doraemon quickly pushed Sunio aside and removed the photo. Luckily, he acted just in time. Only one corner of the photo was slightly burned. Nobita, completely unharmed, felt a rush of relief. If Doraemon had been any later, he would have been in serious trouble. Nobita used the telephone booth gadget to create a world where money doesn't exist. The first thing he did was run to the toy store. He grabbed the latest model toy and turned to leave, but as soon as he stepped out, the shopkeeper called after him. The shopkeeper said, "Are you trying to run off with that? It's worth a full 20,000 yen." Doraemon looked completely confused. He wondered if the gadget had malfunctioned. Just as Nobita was feeling utterly disappointed, the shopkeeper handed them 20,000 yen instead. This completely stunned both of them. Seeing this, Doraemon quickly ran to a nearby shop. He tried to buy a dorayaki. The result was exactly the same as before. The clerk didn't ask for money and even gave him cash in return. Finally, they understood. In this world, buying things didn't cost money. Instead, you could actually receive money. Hearing this, Nobita immediately got excited. He rushed into the bookstore and emptied all the manga off the shelves. Then he cleared out all the drinks from the vending machines. The machines dispensed drinks while spitting out money at the same time. The two of them were overjoyed. Before long, they had filled an entire cart with goods. Their pants pockets were stuffed with so much money it was hard to carry. Nobita shouted that he wanted to live in this wonderful world forever. When they got home, they saw Mom worrying about household expenses. The brothers exchanged a smile. "Here's 50,000 yen. Take it and use it however you want. From now on, we'll handle the household expenses." Mom's face turned blue with anger. "How dare you bring money home? We have so much money now there's nowhere to put it." Just then, Dad rushed in, panicked. He said they had a thief. While taking a walk earlier, 10,000 yen mysteriously appeared in his pocket. Hearing this, Mom collapsed to the floor. She cried, "I can't go on like this." Dad quickly comforted her. "Hang on a little longer. By the end of the month, we'll be able to pay the company's salaries." Nobita and Doraemon were completely baffled. In this world, money worked in reverse. The richer you were, poorer you actually became. Even the robbers here were unusual. They threatened store staff, saying they had to accept a huge bag of money. If they didn't, their lives would be in danger. Since there was so much money that nobody could handle, why not just bury it somewhere secretly? Nobita casually dug a hole in a random spot, but he ended up unearthing a bag. Inside was another huge pile of cash. The scene was spotted by a police officer. Apparently, burying money was illegal in this world. The police tried to arrest Nobita and Doraemon. Terrified, they turned and ran. While escaping, an old man suddenly appeared. Nobita didn't have time to stop and ran into him. He accidentally broke the old man's antique. The old man demanded that Nobita accept 100 million yen as compensation. At the same time, the police caught up. They said that he would also be fined 100 million yen for misusing money. Nobita looked at all the cash in despair. With no other choice, he had to take all the money home. When Mom saw the scene, she was completely stunned, unable to accept reality. She fainted on the spot. To help Nobita exercise, Doraemon brought out the Stone of Determination. As long as you made a vow to it, it could help you break bad habits. Nobita picked up the Stone of Determination and said he wanted to practice running. Then he set the effect time to 1 hour. At that moment, it started raining outside. Nobita said he couldn't run in the rain and decided to start tomorrow. Unexpectedly, the Stone of Determination slammed slammed into Nobita and forced him outside. With no choice, Nobita had to start running in the pouring rain. Under the stone's relentless push, he ran until he was completely exhausted. His eyes blurred from fatigue. He even began to question his life choices. Trembling, he climbed onto a platform and successfully ran for a full hour. Just when Nobita thought he was free, the stone of determination knocked him to the ground again. Doraemon angrily scolded the stone for being unfair. Nobita had already run for an hour. Then they noticed that the stone's time setting wasn't 1 hour. It was 1 year. Helpless, Nobita had no choice but to keep running. In a panic, he ran straight to John's house. He explained the whole situation to John. John got excited and said, "Leave this to me." Suddenly, the stone smashed through the window. Nobita panicked, realizing it was coming for him. John grabbed a baseball bat and smashed the stone to the ground, but the stone quickly flew back up. John hadn't expected it to be so persistent. He told Nobita to leave first while he stayed behind to hold it off. Gritting his teeth, Nobita ran out of John's house. John stood in the doorway, saying, "If you want to get past me, you'll have to go through me first." Meanwhile, Nobita ran, gasping for breath, but he worried about John. As expected, John was eventually defeated, but as a friend, he had truly done his best. Not long after, Nobita ran into Doraemon. Doraemon pulled out the anywhere door and told Nobita to escape quickly. It was an emergency, and Nobita couldn't think of anywhere to go. Just as the stone was about to catch up, Nobita opened the anywhere door and escaped. But on the other side, Shizuka was taking a bath. She had already gotten used to Nobita barging in and just stared at him silently. This made Nobita even more embarrassed. He wanted to open the door and leave, but Doraemon quickly closed it. Then Nobita came up with a clever idea. He asked Shizuka for help. Shizuka wasn't upset at all and lent him her clothes. Nobita planned to disguise himself to avoid being tracked. At that moment, the stone arrived. Nobita was extremely nervous, but fortunately, the stone didn't recognize him and flew past. Unexpectedly, Sunio shouted, "Nobita!" The stone immediately turned back. At this critical moment, Doraemon rushed over and wrapped the stone with the time cloth. Using the time cloth, Doraemon accelerated the stone's time by 1 year. Finally, the stone stopped moving. One day, Pikachu was fishing with its tail, but little did it know, it had reeled in a clauncher. Its claw clamped tight on Pikachu, making it scream in pain. Hearing the commotion, Ash rushed over right away to see what was going on, but the clauncher still held on tight and wouldn't let go. Pikachu had finally had enough. It flicked its tail hard and flung the clauncher onto the shore. Then Pikachu unleashed a thunder shock, which finally forced the clauncher to release its grip, but the clauncher struck back immediately and knocked Pikachu flat on the ground. Just then, Corphish stepped up to battle the clauncher, but it was no match at all. Ash watched the whole thing from the sidelines and decided he had to catch this clauncher, but right as he was about to throw his pokeball, a fishing line suddenly wrapped around his arm. It was Misty stopping him. Misty said she wanted to catch the clauncher too. At that moment, the clauncher attacked again, kicking up dust to block everyone's view. By the time everyone snapped out of it, the clauncher was already long gone. Misty then explained that she'd run into this clauncher before. She'd even hooked it multiple times with her prized bait. She thought its water gun attack was really neat and had been trying to catch it for ages, but it always got away. Ash also insisted he was definitely going to catch this clauncher, since both of them had their eyes on it. They decided to settle it with a fishing contest. The rules were simple. Whoever hooked it first earned the right to catch it. If one person came up empty, the other got a turn. So they both cast their lines at the same time. But after waiting for what felt like forever, the water stayed completely still. Ash started to lose his patience. Just then, Misty's fishing rod yanked down hard. To her excitement, it was that very clauncher on the hook. But Misty didn't have the strength to pull it in and got dragged into the water by the clauncher instead. Ash couldn't help but laugh at the sight. Right after, Ash's rod also yanked down hard. He'd hooked the same clauncher too. Ash pulled back with all his might, but couldn't match the clauncher's raw strength. In the end, he fell into the water just like Misty.